but they showed up and almost cornered him, if you will. One cop came from 3rd Street and one cop came from River Road to corner him on Mount Vernon, so he had nowhere to go.
Well, you tell me this is being recorded. 1.
Yes, it is. Go.
2. What law have I broken?
Go back to your house.
My first initial opinion is that's wrong right there. By cornering somebody, you corner a criminal that's been running. You corner an animal that's been running. You don't corner somebody that you don't know the story.
Go to your house, sir.
All right, Officer Linger?
Yes, it is. Go to your house.
Great. And what's your name?
Nikolai.
Okay, I tell you what. No, you know what? The law says when a police officer tells you to do something, you do it. If you don't do it, you're going to get arrested.
On September 16, 2016, John Wells started walking outside his home taking photographs. Mr. J called 911 because John was outside taking pictures in his neighborhood. Officer Linger showed up and started accusing John of taking pictures of little kids before the microphone was turned on. Here is even what the 911 caller said about how the police were acting.
But I remember there were vulgar words coming out of the police officer's mouth. I do remember that they were ordering him around like a child. They never, I guess it's just as simple as that. They never gave John a chance.
Huh? Now I don't, but you're walking away like you have. Okay. Okay, arrested, taking pictures of little kids. That's the call we're getting. That you're taking pictures of little kids. Is that what you're doing? It's according to what your intent is. No, it's not. No, an idiot.
Officer Linger now makes contact with the 911 caller.
Family, everybody else are going around the yard. Started taking pictures. So I decided to be the nice one. Went up and said, is there a reason why you're taking pictures? If you're a photographer, just tell me.
Okay.
I'd rather have you not ask me. I said, well, I'd rather have you not take pictures of my kids than get rid of the pictures.
Did he come on your property?
He was right here on the curb line.
Okay, in the street.
But then he continued after I confronted him. He continued down. He's taking license plate pictures. Continues down to my neighbor's house. He's taking license plate pictures, house pictures. Continues down, house pictures.
Okay.
He was standing there right on the corner just past the red truck. I don't know if you know Reichert or not.
Yeah.
But he's right there. Oh, yeah, here he is right here coming back.
Okay.
It's pretty clear now the 911 caller is complaining about John's lawful conduct, not criminal conduct, because there's no privacy in public. Despite this clarity, Officer Linger starts barking at John, who was walking towards the officer's direction at this point.
Okay, now if you want to talk to us now, you go over to your house. I'm telling you to go over to your house, else you're under arrest.
Okay, fair enough. Arrest me.
Because
What's the call?
this is the scene right here.
Fair enough.
Because you're disobeying the lawful order, I'm telling you to go back to your house and I'll talk to you.
That's the lawful order.
Yes, it is. Go back to your house.
You have a lawful order because I've disobeyed the law.
Go back to your house. You're
Well,
now you're disobeying the law.
Fair enough. I'm going home.
Okay.
I'm going home.
That's right. You go home. Okay.
Fair enough.
And if you come back over here today, I'm going to arrest you for disorderly conduct. And you're being recorded right now too, buddy.
I hope so.
Okay?
I hope
Because
this
you
is
just
being
keep it going because you're just pushing it. You just go back to your house.
I hope I'm being recorded.
Yep. See ya. Go back to your house. You're going to jail if you don't go back to your house.
Well, you tell me this is being recorded.
1.
Yes, it is. Go.
2.
What law have I?
Go back to your
1.
house.
I'm going home. I'm going home. You assume this is my home?
Yes, I know it's your home. That's why I'm not taking you to jail right now.
Because you know who I am?
Because I know who you are.
Who I am?
Yeah.
John was obviously in the process of complying, but simply requesting the female officer's name before leaving made Officer Linger arrest John.
Go to your house, sir.
All right, Officer Linger?
Yes, it is. Go to your house.
Great. And what's your name?
Nikolai.
Okay, I tell you what. No, you know what? Disorderly conduct. Come on. Disorderly conduct. Yep. You're under arrest.
Yep.
You're under arrest. See all these people out here? Yeah. Let go of your hand. Let go of your hand.
Well, we told you to get to your house and you didn't.
Do you think that's going to stay?
Yeah.
To any reasonable person, there was no probable cause for the arrest. But listen to Officer Linger being blunt about why he made the arrest.
Our country does not allow people to walk. Oh my fucking God.
Not when you taunt a police officer and disobey my orders, okay? When I tell you to go home, you go. You don't stand there and argue with me.
As if things couldn't get worse, Officer Linger thinks it's good time to use violence.
All right, come on over here.
Yo, fucking. Oh my God! What are you fucking doing to me?
Get in the car.
The car. Fuck it. Fuck you. You're gonna have to fucking run me.
Get in the car.
Fuck off!
In the car.
Fuck off!
Get in the car.
Fuck off! I'm not broken a law yet today.
229 Lucas, Louis 227, he backed up on Mount Burnett at South River.
Fuck, if I've got enough
Got one in custody.
fucking face.
You're not punching him. Get in the car.
No, I wish I could. I wish I could. This is
You want
bullshit.
to pick him up?
Bullshit. I cannot fucking believe this. Fucking get arrested for walking the street and making pictures.
27, I need back up. Mount
Bullshit.
Burnett, South River.
Bullshit. I hope
One in custody, resisting to get in the car.
I hope your cameras have this.
Another officer shows up to help. Officer Linger gets inside from the other side of the car and appears to grab John's face in a provocative manner.
He's refusing to get in the car. You want to give me a hand? Now, you gonna get in the car? Huh? You gotta...
While transporting John to the jail, Officer Linger fabricates another reason for why the arrest was made.
What your job has gotten you to do. Arresting dudes who walk down the street taking pictures.
Don't arrest dudes walking down the street taking pictures. Arrest dudes walking down the street that don't stop to talk to an officer when he asks you to stop because we got a call about you.
Officer Linger then abandons that reason and grabs another one.
I didn't have to tell you a half a dozen times to go home, okay? And then I told you if you don't go home, you're going to be arrested. Not following the order of a law enforcement officer. When I told you to leave, you're supposed to leave.
Okay, let's be honest. Officer Linger said a bunch of bullshit, but this is his best quote so far.
The law says, when a police officer tells you to do something, you do it. If you don't do it, you're going to get arrested.
John Wells was placed in a jail cell naked in front of a bunch of guys and girls, shown absolutely no dignity whatsoever. He was treated like he was a prisoner in Guatemala. Okay, at this point, whatever bullshit John was charged with was completely dismissed by the prosecutor. But nonetheless, Waterville Police Chief misconstrues the cause for the arrest and the charges being dismissed.
The officers were there to keep the peace, and it came down, the only way they could do that was to take somebody away. That's the point. It had nothing to do with the pictures.
So it's interesting because he's walking back to the house and the officers
But he
stopped
kept
him
coming
in
back.
front of the house. No, he was they actually called
Yeah,
him
right.
back.
They tried to talk to him to see what
They
was
tried
going
to call
on.
him. He was walking towards the house to
That's
go
the
in,
other part of it.
ignoring,
When the
and
op-
they didn't like it when they ignored him.
No, it's not a matter of they didn't like it. They were investigating a complaint, and by law, you are required to identify yourself. That was one of the charges your husband had.
It was, yeah.
By law and by city ordinance, if an officer is investigating a complaint, you have to provide name and address. You're required to.
Okay.
Okay.
And he didn't do
And
that.
he refused. That was one of the charges. So
Right, and that charge was
so-
not levied until they came and asked him about it within the back of the police
It doesn't
car.
matter when the charge
Multiple times they said, we know who you are, we know where you live. We know who
still
you are,
have to
we know
provide-
who you live. I don't know how much more clear we can get, and that's the reason that the prosecutor didn't prosecute it.
no, he worked out an arrangement, took a plea on one charge and dismissed the other. Common practice.
After the charges were dismissed, Officer Linger's harassment campaign began. Here is John talking about one of those incidents.
I did. So February 14th of last year, my daughters and I were returning from my oldest daughter's piano lesson, and we were on, I forget the name of the road, I think it's Hilltop and Hillside, but it's a residential area, and we were driving through there, and I was talking about the piano lesson, and Mr. Linger came out of one of the yards. I didn't quite see where he came from, but he was wearing a black hood up over and came chasing after our car. I didn't quite hear what he said. He shouted something and was waving like this to come back, come back. And I I remember my one daughter said, "Is that guy yelling at us?" And I said, "No, don't worry about it. You know, everything's going to be okay." And we just went home. And
The next series of harassment were by officers from Waterville PD. They spent about 30 hours around John's house in just 6 days. John wrote down a summary/log of all the times officers spent in front of his house or around his house. The summary/log was provided to the prosecutors and the police chief. Here is what the chief did after getting it.
Didn't you have at least a warning issued from your chief, and not only to you but all members of the Waterville Police Department, to stay away from the Walls property?
The chief of police sent a memorandum, an email out to everybody. It was not a warning, it was a request.
Do you know why that request was made?
Apparently, Mr. Wallace was complaining that officers were sitting down by his house, and they were all paranoid because there was police cars down by their house. So the chief asked people to stop sitting down there, asked the officers to stop sitting down there. Or if we seen him or had contact with him, to go a different direction.
All right.
Mhm. And I believe all the officers respected the chief's wishes too.
All right.
According to John, even after the chief was informed, he still saw police officers around his house. Here is some pictures he snapped of them. Officer Linger was personally asked if he was harassing John's family.
You heard testimony where there were a number of instances where Mr. Walls or his family members were followed by you or other members of Waterville Police Department. You deny them all?
I deny them all. It's ludicrous.
All right.
Officer Linger didn't anticipate the specific incident of harassment by him would be caught on camera. John was on his bike riding around when he came across Officer Linger with his dog. Officer Linger stopped, turned around, and tries to engage John. Although it's unclear what Officer Linger said, listen to Waterville Police Chief describe how this incident transpired.
Most of the interactions between your husband and Officer Linger, your husband initiated, including the one on Tuesday. I'm not going to get into an argument with you, but you're giving one side of the story here, and it's not true. Officer Linger changed directions to try to get away from your husband on Tuesday, and he came back at him. Linger was on foot, your husband was on a bike. Unless he's Jesse Owens, there was no way he could chase your husband down.
Officer Linger gives his own account of what happened that day.
I said, "Hey, wait a second, Mr. Walls." I said, "Stop." I said, "Hold on a second. Talk to me." "Well, look at me, Mr. Walls. I'm talking to you." I said, "Talk to me." Okay? I said, "Talk to me." I said, and he kept pedaling. At first, he slowed down like he was going to stop. And I was just going to talk to him and say, "Hey, why do you keep harassing me like this?" Okay? So he kept riding his bicycle. Well, now, this is the day that I had just resigned my position as a peace officer in the morning. So I yelled at him as he's riding away on his bicycle. I said, "Mr. Walls, so you know, I resigned my position as a peace officer this morning. I'm no longer a police officer. If you want to keep harassing me, I'm going to file a police report against you." And yes, then I did yell a rebel. I'm sorry, yes, then I did yell a couple words.
John ultimately got a restraining order against Officer Linger.